Yeah, so I actually might be able to do. When is where in Fullerton is this happening?
It's at a Holiday Inn.
Okay.
Hold on, let me pull up the address. The website for this is thosegundamguys.org. It's called the
That
Southern
website is actually currently down.
Oh wow.
Probably.
I just went to it just now, trying to see what they had information on it, and it says error 552 or 522 connection timeout.
When you go to Google and you search for them, do they have like a different URL that might come up?
Oh, good job. I guess the server needs to be reset.
Oh no!
Wait.
Somebody call the hamsters. We need them to get reset.
They ain't pay that bill.
Hopefully, by the time people watch this in the run back, they'll be able to go there.
It said, okay, I went to
That's
their Facebook. Southern California Gundam Model Competition by those Gundam guys. Fullerton Holiday Inn Royal Ballroom, East Nutwood Avenue, Fullerton, California.
Yes,
November.
there's also a Facebook page, facebook.com/thosegundamguys.
I don't do Facebook.
Okay. Neo, you
Yeah,
use Facebook?
yeah. No, I don't.
Wait, you can't have a Facebook because of your job, huh?
Not really. They don't encourage it, but I never transferred over to Facebook.
Oh, okay.
And I have a Twitter that I have a Twitter that only happens when like I break my foot or something like that.
Speaking of footsies, that foot is connected to a leg, which reminds me of my story.
It's just
All right,
that song.
Anatomy with Super Phoenix.
Oh yeah, we gonna find all out about anatomy in this story right here.
Oh lord.
Oh, somebody pop popcorn. It's time for story time.
Fred has heard this one because I was ready to. Fred, you remember the whole thing with Earl?
Who's Fred?
God damn it! Go
I
ahead, baby.
don't even like the way this is starting off. Earl? There's a guy named Earl.
Yeah, my homie Earl.
Oh, by the way, that part about the Devil X, that doesn't leave this chat tonight until a week or so.
Oh, yeah, we're not.
Oh, well,
Oops. Oops. Well, someone better call Twitch.
You didn't tell him you were
Okay.
broadcasting, Soul Bro?
You didn't hear it here.
Okay, I just don't want it posted anywhere yet.
There you go. There you go. On the
No, it's
DL,
not
everybody.
posted, but
Hopes and
it's
dreams.
yeah.
Nothing but hopes and dreams.
Exactly.
So, this story takes place in the common room of the dorm that I'm staying at.
long ago in a distant past. I, Aku.
A foolish samurai warrior wielding a magic sword.
Get on with it.
To oppose me.
Get on
Yes.
with it.
Go ahead.
So I'm in the common room, I'm chilling. Some of the dudes is playing ping pong. My homie Earl walked in. Earl is cool, me and Earl, we hung out. Earl was an OG. Dude's been here since 05. Yes, Earl is, no, not 05, 09. What the hell am I talking about? Anyway, Earl's been around since the days of Stokes. So Earl was like, yo, Phoenix was good, son. I'm bored. I was just like, I'm chilling, watching these dudes play ping pong. And Earl's like, yo, son, let's slap box. And I went, Earl, this ain't a good idea. I don't like where this is headed. So me and Earl get to slap boxing, and I'm tearing this man's face up. For every one shot he threw, I was throwing 3. So finally, Earl gets pissed because he getting tore up slap boxing. Then Earl does what I believe is the dumbest thing he's ever done in his life. Well, the second dumbest. This fool drops down and tries to tackle me.
Wow.
Mind you, Earl is like 5'6" and I'm 6'1", 6'2", 380. I'm a big dude. Earl is not. So Earl drops down and tackles me, and I'm like, Earl, why is you tackling me, dog? We're trying to slap box. He's like, man, fuck all that. Man, you done hit me in the head too much, dog. You hurting me, son. I'm like, Earl, it's slap boxing. Maybe you shouldn't fight with people when you know you can't fight. So I grab Earl and I throw him, right? As I throw Earl, I realized something. This fool is still attached to my leg.
What?
Earl had wrapped himself around my leg. And I'm thinking, is he high? That's the only explanation for this.
It was so hot.
No, is he high? Is he intoxicated? Was Earl smoking on something before he came up to visit me?
Right.
So as Earl grabs on my leg, you know, I grab his arms. I'm like, Earl, get off of me.
Mm-hmm.
Then this man did the thing that I never expected anybody in their lifetime to do.
What?
This Ooga bit me.
Oh, come
Like,
on.
like, I'm serious.
Marcus
I'm
Queensberry would
serious.
not approve.
This man bit into my leg.
Wow.
And the whole time, I'm just like, Earl, get the fuck off me.
He must have lost his damn mind. Come on.
Son.
Why'd you want to bite another man unless you, like, someone had you at gunpoint? That's like...
No, it's just like, Earl, why is you biting me?
He was a
And
little too hype.
Hold on. And then after Earl bites me, this man jumps up, talk about, man, you keep coming after me, I'm gonna press charges. And I'm like,
Some motherfucker, the bite marks are on me.
that's what I was saying.
Let's do some dental work.
You bit me. And like everybody in the common room, they like taking out their phones, and it's just like they're listening to this exchange where the only thing on my mind is like, did he really just bite me? And like I look in my leg, and you know there is a strip of flesh that is missing, and I'm just like, this man bit me.
Oh.
Hey, that website that you guys are going to, the Gundam guys, it's actually .org, not .com.
Yeah, it's .org. It's still down.
No, I have it up right now.
Oh, you have it up? Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Good stuff. Good stuff.
it's up right now. It's thosegundamguys.org.
Well, Phoenix, I hope you got some first aid.
Oh no, I got some peroxide. It wasn't so much getting bit. It was that, like, I got bit. You know what I mean? Like the idea of another man dropping down on the floor and gnawing on your leg.
Yeah, it must be. I guess that's how things go down where he lives. But I don't know what to make of that. But
Yeah, Xavier, welcome to Gundam.
yeah, exactly. But I do have a question that I wanted to bring this up back when Alex in the chat, Weekend Warrior, he brought up let me see, he brought up a conversation about Guardians of the Galaxy 2, and he wanted to know who we'd want to see play Adam Warlock.
Ron Perlman.
And Adam Warlock, you know, he raised a good suggestion actually in Charlie Hunnam. And if you guys don't know that name, he plays Jax.
Really? That guy?
Yeah, that guy, yes. Holy shit, just got killed. Yeah, Charlie Hunnam. I think he would be okay as Adam Warlock. I wouldn't mind him. I mean,
He's not that great of an actor.
I think he's cool as Jax, but I know you don't feel too strongly about Sons of Anarchy, so.
Well, I don't know. What I know about Adam Warlock, I just don't see that. I mean, maybe he has different range, and I could be wrong, but just based on what he did, and I mean, he was okay in Pacific Rim, but he was just basically Jax. What is his Jack? What's his name? Jax Tanner or whatever the hell his name is. And
Jax Teller.
I mean, he was just basically just Jax Teller on Gypsy Danger. You know, instead of riding a hog, he was riding a mech. I mean, he was a little less sociopathic.
Yeah.
Than he is in Sons of Anarchy, but I don't know. Unless I could see him in other stuff, or he pulls like Heath Ledger shit. And even then, I mean, even with Heath Ledger in the Joker, Heath Ledger had skill. I don't know about Charlie Hunnam, but then.
Lord, she got a booty. My Jesus.
If that's the case, Weekend Warrior brings up. Have you seen Green Street Hooligans? I haven't seen it, but I've seen the trailer at least, and I've seen some other things that Hunnam's been in. I do know he has range. I would like to see him play a role where he doesn't have to do an American accent. And that could be Adam Warlock. He doesn't probably have to have an American accent doing a character that's not even someone from Earth. So he could probably do his natural accent, and maybe that'll turn out pretty nice. But there's other actors out there, I guess, who could play Adam Warlock too. Anybody have any other ideas about that character casting? Because I'm pretty sure he's going to show up in the next Guardians movie. Which
Want to make that bet?
I know
Wanna-
very little
Want
about
to put money
Adam
down on
Warlock.
that bet?
you know what? I'll put down the buck. Yeah. So Frank is putting down $5 that he'll show up.
I'll put up a bottle
that
of
he-
Patron that he'll show up.
Really? Wow.
We're just putting down alcohol
You
now.
guys are, man. You guys really think that? I mean, after all the things that Marvel has done, where they've just kind of shocked the hell out of us and done things you didn't think they would do, you really think just because it seems that it's going in this direction, and just like everybody's like, oh, they're gonna do this thing where Cap versus Iron Man, it's gonna be Civil War, and it's like, yeah, they're talking about it, but it's not gonna be Civil War that everybody thinks it's gonna be.
Well, the Winter Soldier wasn't exactly like the comic either. I know they're gonna
No,
make their own
I know, that's
interpretation,
what
but
that's what I'm saying is like, you guys, everybody thinks that like you kind of know what they're gonna do. Like the Winter
Well,
Soldier.
we can iterate a little bit of what they're going to do since they're calling it Civil War. It's got to have a little bit to do with what happened in Civil War, or they would call it something else.
You really think that? You really think it's gonna be exactly
Can they really
like?
pull it off without?
No,
having-
No,
no one said it- no one said
way
exact
it's
at
going to be
all.
exactly
No
like
one said
Civil
exact,
War.
but tonally, there's going to be some things in common. Just like in Winter Soldier, there were some things in common with the original comic telling.
Yeah, the Winter Soldier actually showed up in Winter Soldier, so there has to be some sort of a
And it was
Civil War for it to happen to be called Civil War. I would
Because the
hope.
Winter Soldier never showed up before Civil War, and he's been around for a while.
No, what we're saying though.
I know, but
yeah.
I don't know. I hear all these fan speculations. I really think everybody should just sit back and just let them do what they do.
Well, you don't like to speculate, but I do, and I'm not going to stop speculating because I'm
Because
not
you're gonna be
afraid.
wrong.
I'm not afraid to be
You're
wrong.
gonna
I am
be
not afraid to be
completely
wrong.
wrong.
Let me put that on the table right now. I am wrong
You're
every day
so
of my
wrong.
life. I am not afraid to be wrong.
It's so wrong.
Hey, so if
Some of
people
us
write
don't
me
mind
about
to be
being
wrong
wrong, it's just
often.
another day at the office. Come on now.
I'm not gonna lie. I don't like being wrong because usually when I'm wrong, it means somebody going to jail.
Is there? Hold on. Is there feedback?
I'm saying that's the life of a hustler. You know what I'm saying?
Hold
Thug
on.
life chose me.
Yo, hold on. I just want to get you guys. I just turned that mic back on. Is there feedback? Is there
Sorry.
white noise feedback? Anybody let me know? None?
Sorry, I'm laughing at
Nothing
something
so
else.
far.
No white noise, right? There's no white noise in
No,
feedback,
no,
right?
no.
Okay, go ahead, Frank. Go ahead.
All right, it's already confirmed that it's not it's not going to be exactly like Civil War because they need Spider-Man for that to happen.
Right.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, how can he really pull it off without Spider-Man?
It's
Let me break
gonna
down
be
what has been
loosely
confirmed.
based on it.
Let Frank finish. Hang
It's
on.
going to be
Let me
completely
break down what's
loosely
been
based on it.
confirmed
In the end, it's going to be Stark's going to be on one side,
Yeah.
Cap's going to be on the other, and then whatever they have available at that time, or whatever way they
Okay.
kind of
Black
decide
Panther's
to
gonna be
do
in
the
it.
story. Yeah,
Black Panther's already in it. That's already been confirmed.
All right, Frank.
It's going to
Frank
be.
has the floor. Go ahead.
It's
Well, I
already
know
confirmed
one
that.
thing
Hold on. Amro. Go ahead,
Hold
Frank. Let me let Frank finish. Go ahead.
All right. It already confirmed that it's going to be more about the actual registration versus non-registration. The actual that. Obviously, we're not going to get Spidey. We're probably not going to get the New Warriors, even though I would love it. Probably not. And it'll probably now, whether Age of Ultron leads into that possibility, maybe not. But that's definitely been concerned. It's going to definitely be okay, we need to keep our eyes on these guys versus having the freedoms and respects and all that stuff. So that's definitely going to happen in Civil War.
I get that, but where does that bring in Adam Warlock? Because when you
Adam
start bringing
Warlock.
that in, that's
Okay,
the
Adam
interdimensional
Warlock,
stuff.
The director, the director hasn't confirmed it 100%, but here's the thing, and I could be wrong, but here's the thing. First off, he guaranteed Guardians of the Galaxy 2 will have one new member at the very least. One. Two.
Right.
Infinity
Cosmo, the
War.
space dog.
Infinity War. Infinity War. The first part of Infinity War has been confirmed is going to follow heavily on the Infinite Gauntlet,
Right.
which dealt with Warlock, Thanos, and Mephisto.
Well,
you really,
also
you really,
the
but
other.
you really think that all those guys are going to be in it?
Well,
Yes.
I know that they're hinting heavily towards Adam Warlock because
It's
of the.
gonna be, it's going to be a lot of. Mephisto won't be in it. And if he is, he'll be so minor. It won't even. I mean, just look how it's working, dude. Really, I mean, look how they're easing all this stuff in, and plus, they're giving us a bunch of bullshit because they give us a bunch of bullshit all the time. Even this stuff.
Didn't they have the Celestials and Guardians though? Didn't they have the Celestials?
Yes.
They did have the Celestials.
And did Adam Warlock's cocoon show up in the background of not only the end of Thor, but also okay, good stuff. All right, so am I wrong to believe? Am I wrong to think that Adam Warlock might possibly show up in a future iteration of a Marvel movie? Highly Guardians.
I mean, fuck, if you're gonna just put it in that aspect,
right.
I mean, you could just sit there and say anything will just show up because. But what I'm saying is, I don't think in the Infinity Gauntlet and all this other stuff, depending on how they do it, I don't know if he's going to be a major thing. I mean, look how they've been spoon-feeding us with Thanos.
Yeah, but they did the same thing with Captain America in Iron Man 1 and 2, and in Incredible Hulk. They mentioned the super soldier serum. They showed his shield in the background. They did all these little subtle hints that he was coming, but they didn't confirm it.
He's also a more well-known character.
Sure, but they didn't confirm it for shit for a while until.
I mean, do you really want to use the thing about well-known characters when Guardians of the Galaxy, came out of left field?
Please tell me. Please tell me the Marvel Universe, because I really want to hear it.
Neo knows a lot about Marvel Comics. He knows a lot
about it. I know, but I'm just also saying on the aspect is we just don't know. I mean, all this stuff of like, I keep talking about Adam Warlock. Yeah, I'm sure he's going to show up, but they could be giving us a whole fucking a hand job on the whole thing, a whole reach around.
It's kind of like Chekhov's gun. You don't show Adam Warlock's cocoon in two different movies if you're not going to have Adam Warlock show up.
Right, I would agree with that. That's the line of thinking I'm following. But like you said, we could all just be totally wrong, and Marvel could just be like, here's some cameos.
They could be laughing at us right now.
Back to be like, yeah. I mean, that's like me thinking with this new X-Men movie, we're gonna see Cable because it's Agent Apocalypse. You know, that it doesn't necessarily mean Cable's gonna pop up because there's a movie about Apocalypse.
Yeah, but every time.
Go ahead, Frank.
Every time in a Marvel movie where something's been hidden at, they followed through with it. They've not shown us in a way we've been expecting it, but they followed through with it. No one 2 years ago. Yeah. 2 years ago.
That's my.
I understand your point. No one 2 years ago would have thought that Guardians of the Galaxy would be one of their best movies ever.
Yeah, even Star-Lord as a character is not completely true to the character. Well, his depiction in the movie, right? He's like,
I'm not talking about any of their depictions.
Yeah.
616. I could care less about that, but my thing is there's been so many times that they've alluded to stuff that it's just not come to the way it's. That's my point. Is everybody's like, oh, this is a foregone conclusion. Adam Warlock will be in these movies, and he may, just because if he shows up in. See, the thing is like people are saying that, oh well, if he shows up in the movie, even if it's a cameo, then he showed up in Guardians of the Galaxy. Yeah, but that he didn't do anything. He was just a cameo.
Right, but that's
my point on this whole thing. Is like, let's just see what happens before. I mean, I know everybody has crazy speculation. I'm cool with all that.
Right.
But we sometimes need to just like reserve the fact, because one of the things that's been so nice about Marvel movies and what makes it really nice about them is they give us the unexpected.
That's
because
they're not slavish to it.
As much as everybody thought, oh well, it's the Winter Soldier, we knew shit was going to go down. We didn't know shit was going to go down like it did. We didn't know they were going to just sit there and say Hydra's infiltrated everything, and they've been working everybody like a motherfucker.
Spoilers.
We didn't know that. we knew the Winter Soldier would show up. We knew he was Bucky. Big fucking deal. But we didn't know that all shit was going to break loose.
That's true.
No,
that's
my
point.
Don't break loose like that.
I mean, kind of.
Yeah, nobody.
I mean,
go ahead, Chris.
Regarding Civil War, they've actually already said it's going to be different from the comic version. One big fundamental way is it's not going to be about a superhero registration act. It's going to be about world governments wanting to exert more control over superhero activities in this new post-SHIELD world.
Right.
That's good. Yeah.
And it'll still be about the conflict between Captain America and Iron Man and their opinions on the situation, as demonstrated in that little scene in the Age of Ultron trailer, or teaser.
Yeah, I mean, when it comes down to it, I expect Civil War to be a difference of ideologies, basically going at war. Basically, I don't expect it to be about any kind of act or anything like that. What's that?
As in a Civil War?
As in the Civil War, yes.
Difference of ideologies.
You bastard.
To war.
I swear to God, I can't say shit. I'm just kidding. But I expect it to be basically them finally coming to blows over their differences, and I want that movie.
Yeah, but we don't even know. And see, here's the thing, though, is everybody thinks that movie is going to be, that'll have the beginning and the ending of the whole thing. It may only just be the beginning, because look at the Winter Soldier. That just scratched the surface of the whole fucking Hydra infiltration.
Civil War is not going to be the end of anything. That's just going to kick off everything towards the end of Infinity War, too, most likely.
We just don't know how it's going to be, and I think, I'm not saying that Adam Warlock's not going to be in these movies, but I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, it wouldn't surprise me if he's not the biggest part of it as we would like him to be, or we think he would be.
I mean, for all we know, it could be Angela that shows up as a member of the Guardians of the Galaxy.
Exactly. Exactly.
Which would link her to Thor and Loki, which... and as we know, like, all the gems except for 2 have shown up. So.
Yeah. Yeah, and actually a couple of the gems have actually changed their form in these movies, right?
Yep. I mean, a couple of them didn't even start off as stones.
Yeah.
I mean, the Tesseract was one. Loki's Tesseract has another one.
Ready
Ooh, there you go.
What's it called? What was the purple one in Guardians? Which one?
Powers.
That was Power? Okay. So that's 4 of them.
Wait, wasn't the Bifrost one of the stones?
No, it wasn't. The stones that they revealed are the Tesseract, which is space. Power is the one in Guardians. The Soul Gem has not been revealed. The Time Gem has not been revealed. The Ether was the Reality Gem. And then
they showed Loki's staff. It's pretty certain.
It's the Mind Gem. Oh yeah, that's absolutely all day.
Because he was going around mind controlling everyone in Avengers.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm excited for all these Marvel films, but I mean, still, me and Alex are just sitting over in our little corner, hoping and dreaming maybe they might do something with the Hulk besides just being in everybody else's movies.
Didn't they announce a Planet Hulk movie among that big slate they had?
No.
That got knocked out of the water. No, not that big slate. No.
I think.
You think they'll do a movie with Red Hulk in it?
No, they're not going to do any of that stuff. Because
can dream.
I mean, if they somehow snuck in a War Hulk or a Planet Hulk, like, I don't even know, I'd flip my shit if I got to see that on the big movie screen one of these days. But with the way they're going with the universe and the timeline and the movies they announced, there's no room for him. He's just going to come in and smash everything in the Avengers movies. That's his place.
Yeah, but you have to remember though, and this is and so remember when I said this, when there just comes to a certain point when some of these characters, as cool as they might be in the comic incarnation, they may not work on the big screen. It was like when Thor Solbro was like, "Oh, I don't know about this." I'm like, I think that might work, and it ended up working. There's certain character, and even as goofy as Guardians of the Galaxy is, it kind of works because in a lot of ways there's not a preconceived notion of what the Guardians of the Galaxy are. I think that's really what makes that work a lot more, because quite frankly a lot of people don't know what the Guardians is, because there's actually 2 incarnations of these guys. There's the original
incarnation was from the year 3000 plus, which they're getting their own book again. And now the one
the Star-Lord ones, so it's
Neil, I'm right there with you. I've been collecting comic books for 23 years. I'm right there with you.
Well versed.
Yeah, I mean the thing is like it's even like Iron Man. I mean, Iron Man before he became a movie, he was a B-level Bruce Wayne wannabe. I love. No, he was.
Oh, no,
he was. He was.
That's hard.
He was C-level because he was lush.
Well, no.
Don't forget how much of a
I am an unabashed fan of him. as a little kid, was my favorite freaking comic, Iron Man. Collected. I have, and Soulbro can verify this. He's seen these. I freaking loved Iron Man. But I knew at that point that was the issue with Iron Man before the Robert Downey Jr. movie came out. That's what he was. He was a B grade. He was a B grade Marvel character, and he used to get crapped on from the real comic book geeks. He was a wannabe Bruce Wayne. I sat there and listened to that. That's what it was. The movie comes out because that type of character works well in that movie format, and whoa, fuck! Now he's the biggest thing on earth. You know, and
cinematically though, if they could make like an alternate universe to the Marvel Cinematic Universe, that they started that yet.
Really?
I'm just saying, if they did that for War Hulk and Planet Hulk and made it a 2-movie like 1 year next year kind of a thing, cinematically, I think that would be one of the best movies, like Marvel movies, I think I could ever see.
How is it? How would that be? Because I mean, in essence, it's Hulk smash. I mean,
yep.
I mean, really?
Well,
I mean,
Hulk
what is
general?
Yeah, but what outside? What is
well, the first movie, I mean, you'd have to abridge it, of course, because you'd have to fit a multiple comic issue into a 2.5-hour movie. But kind of like,
why would you have to abridge a comic? Why can't you just take a new story off of an existing idea? Because that's what they've done with every other Marvel thing. They took an existing idea that was in 616 and they just made it into something different, which is the mad thing that I have with people. They're always like, this isn't just 616 continuity. Yeah, they just took one little bitty thing and they put it in our world. I mean, that's the thing that makes all these movies great, is they seem like they're part of our world. This seems like the Avengers were part of our world that we live in now. That's what makes that shit great. How would you do that with the Hulk? And you have 30 seconds
Yeah,
to respond.
Hold on. In regards to the Hulk, in regards to the Hulk,